Hey there! Welcome back to Reddit Dating, best channel for cheating stories. Make sure to like and subscribe the channel for more spicy stories.
Emotional affair about to become a physical affair with proof. With getting a divorce, is there any legal reason to wait until after the physical affair happens to have more evidence? Or is it okay to tell her now? My wife of 20 plus years is having an emotional affair with someone she has never met. For the last 4 months, she has been texting/calling him 10-20x per day and thinks she has met the love of her life. They are planning a trip together this weekend to turn the emotional affair into a physical affair. If I have proof of everything up to now, and am set on a divorce, is there any legal reason to wait until after this weekend to tell her we live in CA? I am already having trouble breathing, sleeping, eating, and I can't imagine the pain of waiting through the weekend. Update. Thanks everyone. I just talked to a lawyer and they confirmed the affair, emotional or physical, doesn't matter in CA. And seriously, that eases so much of my pain already. It finalizes that it is over, and is go time. I don't need to torture myself about the physical affair details. I know that the next few months be difficult, we have 3 kids, but I can now start looking forward to my future, maybe with Tinder, winky face, and the happiness of myself and 3 kids. Update 1. We stayed together the last 3 years and things were fine. I had a feeling she was still talking to him, and just became better at hiding it. But whenever I asked, she did admit to it and stressed it was nothing, and at most he checked up on her every few months. So flash forward to now. I could tell something was different the last few weeks and trusted my gut that something would happen when I was out of town. It did. He flew in to see her, for the first time in person, and the emotional affair turned into physical/sex. I had no real proof, but I asked her about the affair when I returned. She broke down and told me everything. It was her fantasy. He promised to have a baby with her, he promised to travel with her, he promised that she would not have to work. All things that I cannot give, and we already have 3 kids. She tried to play the victim, said that this is not who she is, the affair is over, won't let me divorce her, etc. It is crazy, but with the truth out I have actually been able to be myself, and give her my true emotion/communication and feel much closer to her now. It is like a huge weight has been lifted, and that wall broken down. So again the last 3 years have been fine. We had great moments, good sex, often, and our Facebook pages make us look like the happiest family ever. She is beautiful, sweet, and caring, but I couldn't trust her the last 3 years. Every time I would give my heart to build a trust foundation, she would break it with another small lie. Eventually my heart turned black, and I was a shell when I was with her, and I hated being without her, as I thought she was talking to him. If she couldn't give me 100% love, I couldn't trust her, and without trust one am not giving her my true heart. So it was a standstill. I would only trust/love her if she completely stopped talking to him before they met. She wanted to be loved and wanted my attention before she gave us her Plan B fantasy. And I am a much different person than 3 years ago. I want to give her attention. I want to grab her when she walks by and hold her up against the wall and kiss her. I want to tell her how much I love her and be happy with her, but I couldn't risk another break. So here we are, she continues to say the right things. It is over, I will never talk to him again, I love and choose you, you are my everything, I will show you 2000%, I will not let you leave me, etc. But she is also a fantasy girl. What is meant to be, true love shit. So her fantasy will always be there. And BTW, he is not leaving the hotel. She told him it was over, and she wanted to make it work with her husband, but he refuses to leave as they are meant to be and she will be the last girl he ever loves. So now he is a 20-minute drive away instead of a phone call. We have 3 young kids and 20 plus years of stuff/history. We do truly love each other, and I do believe it could have/would have been great if we were able to get past our standstill. But I am now back to the no sleep, not eating pain. How can I get out? Story 2. Wife cheated with her ex. I, 33M, found a year ago that my wife, 28F, was taking her birth control pills when we were attempting to conceive. She pretended to be trying to become pregnant and took a few pregnancy tests to convince me she wasn't. I was devastated to learn she had lied to me. After our fight, I decided to spend a few days at a hotel to calm down. I still liked her, so I gave her another opportunity. She said she wasn't ready to have a kid because of her hard job. She created her own business, but she didn't want to inform me since she didn't want to hurt my feelings. I moved in a few days later and heard her on the phone with her ex discussing having an affair. She warned him not to speak about what transpired between them. Her business is the sole reason they meet, and he knows individuals who can assist her. He was continually hitting on her, and I made it clear that I didn't approve of their working together. I was devastated, unable to comprehend her fucking her ex when I was attempting to forgive her for lying to me. In the end, she panicked and felt I was leaving her when I confronted her. She also said they simply had oral sex with no penetration. I still don't get it. I really left her this time and filed her with divorce papers, but she found out she was pregnant. Even though she said it was hers, I couldn't believe a word she said. They were approximately 8 weeks pregnant and verified the test was mine. My lawyer recommended me to postpone the divorce until she had given birth. When she had her kid, I moved back into assist her care for the baby, and she persuaded me to go to couples counseling. I told her I required honesty and that she had to sever all communication with her ex-husband. He's currently 7 months old. She didn't set a password on her phone and constantly disclosed her whereabouts with me, clearly seeking to regain my confidence. The issue is that I can't totally trust her, and I become envious when she's with other guys. Her ex was at her old college girlfriend's party last week, but I just found out via one of her friend's Instagram stories. I approached her. She said she didn't want to tell me he was there because she knew I'd feel envious. I can't help but assume they reconnected and she's lying. I feel like she's abusing my love for her to keep hurting me. Please advise how I might regain my faith in her. Update. Thank you to everyone who took the time to offer me advice and to privately communicate with me. My wife is financially self-sufficient and does not need my assistance. I prefer spending time with our kid as a parent, not as a babysitter. My wife eventually revealed that they had sex throughout the night, and she left the following morning before work. I asked for all the details. It was difficult, but I wanted to know what truly occurred. She said he attracted her and reminded her of what they might have had together, but she blew it. I knew she wasn't giving me the full thing, just enough to make herself appear like the victim. When I found out about their affair, my wife became cold on him. So she contacted him weeping a few weeks later to say she was pregnant, and he may be the father. We were separated, and I even served her with the divorce. She had her ex take a paternity test and planned to terminate if it was his. He verified she said hello and departed the party when they met again. I was ready to divorce her, but I had set a deadline for her to tell me the truth. We had a bad quarrel where I told her she could leave me if she wanted to, and that I had no intention of keeping her hostage. So she told me how much she loves me, and that the affair was a mistake, and that she didn't mean to upset me, but she wants to make things work. On Valentine's Day, I surprised her with a polygraph test. I told her we were going out to lunch, and that I had spoken to her ex and knew more than she did. She completed the lie detector test without arguing, confirming my suspicions about her going to the gym, flirting with other males, and taking off her rings while she's out with her pals. We had a few fights recently, which ended in her fainting, getting a fever, losing appetite, and weeping. And she appears sorry. People will call me a fool for marrying my wife, but the heart wants what it wants and I can't resist it. I know I am choosing to remain with her and continually police her. I may give her the next few weeks as a trial. I told her what I wanted to see if she really wanted our marriage to succeed, and she has shown me that she wants my forgiveness.